All right, guys, so I got to give you the story. You're not going to hear much about this in the press in the U.S., but to put this as simply as possible, Iran has already checkmated Trump and humiliated Trump on the world scene. So as Murtaza Hussain says here, and this is from an Al Jazeera report, but others are reporting on it as well, the Iranian president, Masoud Pezeshkian, has signed a law ceasing Iranian cooperation with the IAEA, that's the International Atomic Energy Agency, after recent attacks on nuclear sites. Even if cooperation is reestablished later, the breakdown in continuity of knowledge will cause an issue. Greenlit an Israeli attack on them, which killed many top Iranian Revolutionary Guard officials and others, top military officials and political officials. Then Trump got involved and did the bombing of the 3 major nuclear sites, right? But as we said at the time, and U.S. intelligence came out right after and said it, they're fine. They're like the damage at their main nuclear, Fordo, their main nuclear facility, it's actually not that bad. Yeah, it was hit, but the uranium is fine, number one. Number two, they actually had moved it out even before the strike because Trump was broadcasting, I'm probably going to bomb you. So they moved it out and moved it to some protected area, right? And what did I tell you? I told you that with Trump doing this, now Iran would be masochistic if they didn't say, okay, we're going to build a nuke now. Because the only way they can guarantee that Israel and the U.S. can't fuck with them is to have a nuke. And you learn this from history, right? So Muammar Gaddafi gave up his weapons of mass destruction. Then what happened? He got sodomized with a bayonet and murdered on camera. And the U.S. helped overthrow him. So he gave up his weapons of mass destruction. He was killed. Okay. What about Kim Jong-un? Well, Kim Jong-un has a nuclear weapon, has broadcast he has a nuclear weapon, and he's still around. Why? Because they know there's nothing we can do to overthrow him. The U.S. knows that, because if we try something, he could just launch on Seoul, South Korea in an instant and kill everybody there, vaporize them all. So it's a deterrent to Western aggression. Can't do anything to me because I could destroy you guys too, right? Well, here's Iran. Basically been a sitting duck this whole time, fucked with by the U.S. Even when they abide by the terms of an agreement that everybody signed on to, the U.S. violates the agreement, the U.S. sanctions them, then Israel and the U.S. bomb them. So now if you're them, you're going, I'd be an idiot not to build a nuke. And now they're broadcasting it to the world because now the Iranian government is saying, we no longer accept the International Atomic Energy Agency coming in here, regulating our nukes, checking how much we're enriching it. We are done with you. We're done with you. We're done with the West. We're done with the U.S. We're done with Israel. We're done with the UN. We're done with the IAEA. It's over. Now we'll do whatever the fuck we want with our uranium. So what are they going to do? They're going to enrich. They're going to enrich to the point where they have a bomb. This is Iran checkmating Trump. And it also, given everything that's happened to this point, it would honestly be the best case scenario. Because if they don't get the nuke, well then Israel at some point is going to bomb them again. They're already talking about how they're going to bomb them again. You think Trump won't go back in there and start bombing them? Of course he would. The only way to guarantee that doesn't happen is for them to have a nuke. That's it. That's the only way, is for them to have a nuke. Because then Tel Aviv is in danger. Saudi Arabia is in danger, right? That's another thing. They have other nuclear options they could use if necessary, which would be destroying all of Saudi Arabia's oil fields. That would be a catastrophe for the global economy. Make it so massive gas shortages in the West where, we'd be cooked in that scenario. They already have other nuclear options, but that's the path they're going now, is they're going to get a nuke. So in other words, what happened here, ladies and gentlemen, was the exact opposite of what Trump said would happen and what Trump wanted to happen.